Hello Mississauga, I'm Chris Kukoc and this is your Mississauga market update for January 2018. Well, 2017 was one for the history books, wasn't it? And I mean quite literally. I think you'll find people will be studying what went on in 2017 for quite some time, trying to figure out exactly what happened and why the government had to intervene when they did. Let's take a look at what happened in December. In 2017, the average home price across the GTA was around $735,000, which is about a 0.7% increase over this time last year. Not a very exciting increase when you consider the roller coaster ride we went on this year, but real estate was never really intended to be looked at on such a short time frame. When you look at it a longer time frame, even 3 years, you're up about 30%. I don't know about you, but that's a lot better return than I'm getting on any of my other investments. Now, the average home price on the Toronto Real Estate Board is good information to know. However, you have to keep in mind that that's an aggregate of the average prices in all of the communities across the GTA. Now, here in Mississauga, the average price in December was around $675,000, which is a little over 4% over last year. Again, not that exciting, but if you look back at the same 3-year period, you got a return of close to 40%. That's not too shabby. Now, in the detached home market here in Mississauga specifically, the average price was about $1.14 million in December. That's an increase of about 2.4% last year, with about 3.6 months of inventory. Now, what that means is if we didn't list another house, it would take us about 3.6 months to sell the inventory. Now, most economists would contend that anything between 4 and 6 months of inventory indicate a balanced market. So at 3.6, we are still slightly into a seller's market, but we've got significantly more inventory than we did back in February, which makes sense why the prices have cooled down a little bit. Now, in the Mississauga semi-detached market, the average price in December was about $680,000, which is an increase of about 1.5% over last year, and that leaves us with about 2 months of inventory. Now, in the townhouse market, the average price in December was around $548,000, which is about a 3% increase over last year. It was just about 1.7 months of inventory. Now, you can see why the prices haven't fallen so far from the highs, because the inventory is still quite tight at 1.7%. Condo apartments were the hottest segment of the market in 2017, finishing with an average price of a little over $400,000, which is up a staggering 15% over last year. We've got only about 1.6 months of inventory left. Something to keep in mind heading into 2018. I want you to remember that the real estate market is doing what it's supposed to be doing. These crazy increases we've been seeing over the last couple of years, and especially in the spring of 2017, they're not normal and they're not healthy. If you go back over the last 37 years, the real estate market has averaged about 6.5% increase every year for the last 37 years. In 2018, we're predicting real estate should be able to keep up this sustainable, healthy level of increase that we've come back down to. Although I do suspect that the condo apartment market will outpace the detached houses again, simply because the affordability and the tightness in the inventory levels. Now, don't forget, real estate was always meant to be a long-term investment. Keep that in mind and it'll always treat you right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.